In the high school pack, there's this auditorium lot that gets used for like prom and graduation and stuff. It's basically just a big empty rectangle, which is fine because in real life it would be that way too. It's kind of like a multi-purpose space. The thing is, the building itself is just a little bit boring. When I say this thing is just a big empty rectangle, I'm not kidding. It is literally just a big empty rectangle. I guess also with like bathrooms stuck on the back. It's a pretty cool lot type though, because it has 4 different variants. There's the default like empty auditorium variant. There's a formal dance one, a graduation one, and a career day one. And it adjusts based on your gameplay and like what's happening in game at the time. So when prom happens, the big empty room turns into a prom setup. When graduation happens, it turns into a graduation setup. So when your Sims come here, it's sort of different each time for the special events. And I actually really, really love this part of it. And I don't think that the interior is necessarily that bad. I just am not obsessed with the outside of this building. And I feel like we could probably make something a little bit cooler looking. And then obviously in the process, we can also update all the different variants to have them be a little bit more fun. I should warn you that my version is probably also gonna just be a big box, but hopefully a slightly better looking big box. And honestly, I think I might just bulldoze this. I might regret it, but I say we just go for it. I think if I go to the formal dance variant, is it gonna come back? Ooh, okay. So we'll start with the empty one and then like duplicate it to each version and then just decorate them. This is gonna be an interesting build, I think. I built this high school last year, so I think I'd like to make an auditorium that kind of matches this vibe, at least with this color scheme. They're gonna be right next to each other. The auditorium is right here. So in real life, they'd kind of all be part of the same complex. So I'd like to have them match. We could probably take up like almost the entire lot with this. We don't really need a lot of outdoor space. We want to prioritize inside stuff so we can have more space for prom and like all the tables and everything. Okay, so here's kind of what I'm thinking as far as the shape goes. I figure we'll probably have an entrance right here. This big part on the side here could probably be the bathroom. And then I guess the rest of this could probably just all be one open room? Is that weird? Maybe I need to have the entrance somewhere else. Well, first of all, I feel like this is probably a little bit too big, so I might try and make it a little smaller. My thought right now is that maybe back here could be the stage, like this whole part on the side. I need to get some lights. It's really dark in here. So I wonder if we should have the entrance here, but have a door on the side so you come into here and there's like a proper entrance into the building. The back is gonna be kind of flat, but I think that's fine because in real life it's just a big giant rectangle anyway. And then we can do some really nice platforms on the roof. I was kind of envisioning something like this. I want to have a slight front cover there. How do we feel about this? It's not as flat as it was before. It's still pretty flat, but it's not as bad as it was before. And then I can put a sidewalk kind of all the way around it like this to help fill in some of the empty space. And then we can put plants and stuff in this grass area. You know what? This actually is pretty good, although I don't really like the color of this. Maybe I can make it darker. I think I might be overthinking this just a little bit because it really is just a square. I'm being kind of dramatic. I just so badly want it to be good. We can also get away with having not very many windows because obviously it's an auditorium. We're gonna want it to be dark in here a lot of the time, so we'll put up curtains and stuff to cover some of these things. I didn't use the high school year's windows anywhere in the other high school. It's not that I don't like them. It's just that I feel as though they don't match that well. I don't really know how to explain it. I almost feel like I'm going for a different vibe. I mean, I guess I could use them. We could always use them instead of these other windows. It just looks so small when you put it on the wall like that. Doesn't that seem sad? I don't know. All right, let's try it like this with just some small windows there. And then maybe we can put a sign because there's a huge logo sign that okay, of course it doesn't fit that well. That's fine, that's fine. I can make this bigger, all is well, everything's fine. It might be better to have a bigger entrance anyway, but we have this huge logo sign that we could use. I think that looks pretty good. Now that we have the main shape done, I'm gonna paint it in really similar colors to how I painted the main school. I actually really like a lot of the high school year stuff that we got. Like this, I think looks really good together. And then I used like some sort of dark blue. I think it was this that was the color of the rest of the building. Yeah, already I feel like this looks so much better than before. The inside's basically done for the default version. It doesn't need that much furniture. I don't understand this. For some reason, there's no foundation that is actually white. Like all of the foundation swatches are kind of gray. I actually don't get it. None of them look white on the ground. There's like a gray sort of, it's almost like a shadow. The school that I built has a lot of teal accents, so I think I'll try and do some of that in here as well. I cannot imagine my school having this fancy of tile in the bathrooms. To me, this is like unfathomable, this like really fancy tile, but you know what? We've got it, so we might as well use it. I think I'll put the tile in this little entrance as well. I feel like in real life, they'd probably have something like that, like some sort of tile in the main walkway, and then like the rest of it has whatever, I don't know, wood floors, linoleum or something, I'm not sure. With the interior, I was kind of trying to channel what my high school cafeteria was like, but this is already like so far fancier than that. Okay, so I put 2 bathrooms. I have one that's bigger and more accessible, and then one that has the toilet stalls. And then I kind of put this little hallway in there to fill up some space. Is it so ridiculous to put these lights? I actually kind of love that though. Look at the spotlight that it puts. It's kind of fun. Oh, that's really cool actually. Oh, they would totally have a trophy case in the front of this. Oh, that makes perfect sense. That's why we have this little entryway right here. We're gonna need things like the photo booth. Do you know what? They'd probably also have like some of these diplomas and things, just like awards and stuff framed on the wall in here. Can you size it up? Oh no, you cannot, because the shadows look weird. They use this in the other prom setup. I don't know if I should like have this here. I don't know if it's weird to have it for like every event or if it's fun. The lighting looks really weird on it because of like the different colors. So I've kind of decorated this room a little bit plain. I put the photo booth, I put some vending machines, there's like some more trophies on the wall. I'm kind of thinking that I want this space to be really empty. How about this? What if we put a cheer mat down in the default version? Because there's not really cheer mats elsewhere. So would it be nice to have a cheer mat down when the auditorium is empty? Because like when I was in high school, they used to practice inside the cafeteria and then just roll the mats up. So actually that might be a good use of the space, because then your Sims can come here and practice if they do cheer. I think that's the whole default building finish though. So we have to save this and then replace it on all the different lots and then update them for like the formal dance, for example, because the original one is still there. Oh wow. It's kind of like a jump scare when you come back to the original prom location. Okay, let me get rid of that. So I'm placing my version back down, and then we just have to meet all these requirements. So we need to have the bulletin board thing. We'll need speakers, and you need the punch fountain. Okay, interesting. Wait, it got rid of my staircase. Why did you do that? Oh my God. Okay, so the fact that platforms do this sometimes is so unbelievably irritating to me. Why? What is the obstruction? What is making it so that you cannot place the staircase there? I asked this question honestly. Okay, I'm gonna reload and see if it wants to work. They look cute together from the map view. You can tell they match. Oh my God, I don't know what to do about this. It even deleted it from the default auditorium space. Should the stage just be like 1 high then? You know what? Fine. That's fine. I don't need stairs. It can just be a 1 high platform. Okay, well, at least with the 1 high platforms, your Sims can walk up it without a staircase, so it's gonna be fine. You know what? This is a little bit less big than I thought it was. Now that I'm going in and trying to place this stuff, I'm like, oh, maybe this is too small. I can make the stage smaller. How about that? I feel like this whole thing is just sad. I don't really know what color scheme I want to use. I do know that I'd like to make ourselves a fake dance floor. We can't really do a real dance floor because I'm trying to keep this just base game and high school years, but I can try and get us a fake one like this. I know when my Sims have had prom, there's always a whole bunch of Sims kind of like sitting off to the side. And let me tell you, that was me when I went to prom in real life. So I want to make sure we've got space for that. This little wall decor is so cute. Okay, we definitely have to use that like everywhere. I don't know where to put the voting thing. I feel like I've taken up all the space. Your Sims need to be able to access both sides of this for them to vote for the prom court. So maybe I could put it back here in this little hallway, because then your Sims can use both sides of it. I feel like I need to bring a Sim here so I can like adjust the lighting better, except you can't. You can't bring a Sim to this version unless there's actively a prom happening. You know what? What if instead of the default tile, we made our own, like slightly more calm looking dance floor? Because I actually kind of like that. I feel like it's cuter than what they had. Oh, we can get some cool lights on this thing so you can take pictures. Okay. This is improving. I'll come back to this to like work on the lighting colors, but I want to go do the graduation setup. Okay, so at graduation, they had like a camera thing, they had loads of chairs, and they hung up some diplomas and stuff. by the back. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with ours instead. I will probably get rid of some of the like balloon arches and stuff. And I think in this variant, I'm just gonna make it a lot brighter inside. I'm sort of envisioning it being like daytime in here. So I'm gonna try and do that. We've got this super cute like graduation poster. Maybe we can make all the chairs black and gold instead. Oh my. It's a little bit ugly, but that's okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. They had a walkway. I don't think I want to put a red carpet. I don't think I like the red carpet that they had before, so maybe I just won't do that. I never know how many chairs and stuff to put for things like this, because you want to have enough that there's seating for everybody, but you also don't want to put so many that Sims get confused. Like, that's kind of the theme of today, is us trying to figure out how many chairs we can put before the Sims get too confused. You don't need to have food for the graduation ceremony in this game. It's not required. I think I'd like to have some sort of buffet table though. Should I have done black chairs? Maybe those look better. I like the idea of the blue, but I think in practice, it looks kind of weird. It's hard for me to balance how much I want to put in here because I kind of mentioned it earlier, but the game is so weird and kind of glitchy. The graduation ceremony very rarely works for me. Like, just in general, I kind of struggle to get it to work right. I'm struggling to determine how many tables I want to put because I think I want to have some seating and some food. Before we had the food kind of there, like by the front, but I also want to leave like in front of this open so that you can take pictures near it. I don't want to like block it off too much. Okay, I'm scooting all of these tiny chairs just ever so slightly. That gives me a little bit more space. Is this fine? I mean, realistically, they will not use more than this. They just won't. There's already so much space in here that is not gonna get used by the Sims. I think this will work. And then the last thing is the career day auditorium. We're gonna get jump scared again by the original. So they have like computers and posters and then like these little tables in here for career day. Career day definitely needs the least decorations. Like, we want to have the fewest number of random balloons and stuff in here for the career day. They probably don't have like stars up on all the walls during career day either. So the main gameplay is just these career day tables. I don't remember if the Sims stand like next to the tables or behind the tables. So I want to make sure we have enough space everywhere for Sims to stand near them. Oh, they come in different colors. Oh my gosh, can we make them more interesting like this? Nobody really uses the podium during career day, I don't think. Oh, this is perfect. We can put the career day poster outside. I'm gonna put this thing everywhere. I'll put one of the event banners inside. I'll just put them in like all these random places to make it more interesting. A couple chairs will probably help us. And then it wouldn't hurt to have some posters everywhere. Almost like the person had hung up some posters for their own little section like this. Career day has got to be the most boring thing that happens inside this auditorium. They just kind of stand around and talk to Sims, so we don't really need to have like a ton of stuff in here. I don't even know if we need the computer. Like, they had a computer in theirs, or I should say the original one had a computer in it, but no one uses it. I gotta be honest, I'm not even sure I realized there was a computer in the original. Maybe we could put a couple desks down and we can put a couple old computers up there too. I guess in real life, maybe they could use that to do like research on something during career day. I just realized that my Sims never use it, which is why I'm kind of wary of putting it, but I feel like this is pretty good actually. I definitely feel a lot better about all of this. To me, this is such a huge difference from the original. The problem is, I think when I upload this to the gallery, it's only gonna upload one version at a time. So if you wanna download it off the gallery, I think you're gonna have to download all of them. So like, get the formal dance one, switch to the regular auditorium, get the regular auditorium one, and like download all four separately. So that part kind of sucks. But I think that's just how it works. I uploaded the original. I'm uploading prom. This is so unnecessary. They really should have made an easier way to do this. I do not understand why they made it this difficult. The people who follow me on the gallery and are playing the game right now are probably like, why is she uploading 4 things all at once? There we go. Every single version is uploaded. So if you go onto my gallery, you'll be able to see all the different versions. They only use high school years, so if you don't have any other packs, don't worry, it'll still work. It's just annoying because you have to download like all of them. It's gonna annoy me when I'm trying to replace it for my own saves, having to download all of them. And then if you look on my gallery also, you can find this high school version that I built. I'm embarrassed at how long it took me to do this, but I guess it is 4 lots, technically, even if they're not really all that detailed. I wanted to leave space for you to actually use it. Hopefully they function pretty well. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I do a lot of builds here on my channel, not always community lots, but it's kind of fun when we do get a chance to do stuff like this. But with that, I think I'm gonna end this video right here. Thank you for watching. Have the best rest of your day, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Oh my gosh, they need a better system for that on the gallery, honestly. That is rough. The whole gallery could use a better system, actually.